We did whatever it took. You get out what you put in. So
20 years ago, my mom's house was purchased for $112,000. It's a three-bedroom duplex in the center of town, less than 200 steps from the nearest grocery store. A 25-year mortgage for a $112,000 house would cost about $680 a month. Minimum wage at that time was $8.56, meaning that a minimum wage worker made about $1,570 a month. To qualify for a mortgage, the mortgage amount has to be less than 40% of your income. That means that 20 years ago, a minimum wage worker could purchase a three-bedroom house in the center of town where I live. The other half of her duplex just sold a couple months ago for $780,000. The mortgage on that amount is roughly $4,780 a month. In order to afford that mortgage, your income would have to be above $11,500 a month. That works out to around $2,300 a week or $65 an hour. Minimum wage is $15.65, meaning you would have to make over 4 times the minimum wage in order to achieve what a minimum wage worker could achieve 20 years ago. My generation is not working less hard than you are. My generation has to work harder than you did to achieve the same things you achieved. The world you grew up in is not the same as the world we exist in right now, because the starting point of that world has changed. 20 years ago, a minimum wage worker could rent a one-bedroom apartment to themselves, work hard, work their way up, and buy a house. Now, a minimum wage worker can afford to rent a room in somebody else's house, work hard, work their way up, and afford to rent a one-bedroom apartment to themselves. The point in your life where you were putting down payments on houses, we are getting our first apartments that we don't have roommates in. The point of your life where you will be retiring, we will probably not even be able to own houses because housing prices are continuing to rise exponentially while wages barely increase. The only hope myself or most people in my generation have of ever owning a house is if a family member dies and we inherit one. If you're going to judge people based on the effort you perceive, you need to make sure that you are also looking at the situation that their effort is going into.